I'm John Basso, and I talk about the law and you.
And I'm Dave Frederick, and I talk about your money.
Join us every week for experts in the legal and financial field who will give you bread and butter advice you can use every day.
And hey, two professional opinions are definitely better than one.
Join us every Wednesday for hard-hitting facts about the law.
And your money.
Unresolved Problems segment tonight. A couple of weeks ago, we had a segment on violent gay gangs in the USA, and in that segment, analyst Rod Wheeler identified the Pink Pistol Packing Group as a gang. It is not. Also, Detective Wheeler overstated the extent of gay gangs in the Washington, D.C. area. Well, the gay organization GLAAD wasn't happy after our report. And joining us now from Washington is GLAAD spokesman Rashad Robinson. Okay, and I understand you guys not being happy about it. We don't want to make mistakes. We don't want our analysts making mistakes. And Detective Wheeler apologized, put it on his website. On Friday, we, I think, corrected the record. Anything else you want to say about that?
No, we want to actually thank you for correcting the record.
Sure.
And hope that more news agencies, when they do these type of stories, will reach out to GLAAD and other organizations who do this work to fact check and get the proper information, because a little bit of information like this goes a long way and spreads.
Now, I want to trace back why we did the story in the first place and get your comments along the way. I think that's going to be instructive. Here in New York City, a group of lesbians attacked a guy named Wayne Buckle last summer. Mm-hmm. And two of them, I think, four of them, and they were all lesbians in a gang, were convicted and went to prison. I mean,
well, Bill, they were never identified as a gang. In fact, they were originally charged as being in a gang, and those charges were dropped because
the charges were dropped because they got him on the more severe charges. But all right, you can identify them as a gang. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They were a pack of lesbians who jumped this guy and almost killed him. So that's number one.
There were a number of women who, as the Daily News said, were first accosted, spit on by this gentleman. Then they,
but the jury found these guys guilty.
And sir, in no way are we advocating.
But I'm just trying to tell you how we got on the story. Okay, so we see this. We didn't report that story immediately. Then, in Tennessee, as you know, authorities, and this was reported by the Tennessee media, WPTY-TV, ABC affiliate, in Memphis. There was a gang down there, lesbian gang, gays taking over, GTOs, and then in Philadelphia, DTO, dykes taking over. This was reported by the NBC affiliate, WCAU, in Philly. So anyway, we got three, and then we put our guy on it, Wheeler, who's our crime analyst in D.C., and he comes up with a bunch of gangs in D.C., which we've documented. So we did the story. So there's no question there's some gay gangs, primarily lesbian, causing some trouble.
Well, let's circle back to the other kind of stories that you charted. The first one in Memphis, which we dealt with very closely, had no statistics or information. In fact, they had no actual arrest records. We dealt very closely with both the authorities and dealt with the media that reported on that and put out an action alert, because it was one of those sweeps month stories. And for your viewers, you might know that sweeps month is the time when the networks are trying to get their advertising dollars. So they put on very sensational stories that are meant to titillate and also get more people to watch, and that's what was done in Tennessee. In Philadelphia, the story was reported on kind of one time, and it was a group of 8th graders that were having problems in high school, but there was no criminal activity. No one was ever arrested, and there was a community forum about some things that were happening in schools.
Yeah, but they had a name, and what we were trying to get across was...
young people may create names,
right,
but this,
you can make an excuse for any behavior, and I'm not... Look, all I'm trying to tell you is it's a valid story. And Jared, hold it. Jared Lewis, who's a founder of Known Gangs, teaches law enforcement at gangs, confirms the story. Now, the control, no. There are gay gangs. It's a growing phenomena. We reported it, and it should be reported. I'll give it a last word.
You reported it as a national epidemic. Rod Wheeler called it a national network. Well, this is the #1 rated show on TV,
right.
and it just has
the detective got a little
for the type
carried
of
away with
news that goes on here.
Right. I'll grant you. The detective got a little carried away with that.
A little carried away.
I'm not in fear of the lesbians beating me up when I go out tonight.
Exactly.
Right? But it is happening, Mr. Robinson, and your organization should work with us, and we'll tamp it down. I mean,
well, show us some statistics and show us some information, and that's what we ask for. We ask for information and statistics from Fox News, and we hope that you all can provide that type of information the next time you do these stories.
We'll do better next time, Mr. Robinson. We appreciate it.